Welcome back, students. This is your favorite teacher, Mr. Tim Trevathan, and today our lesson is on Atlanta, Georgia's best private schools. There's sometimes a world of difference between what the public school systems have to offer and what you'd like to see your little scholar study in their most formative years. It can be more advantageous if you're living in a neighborhood that may not have as highly rated a public school system, or your student may have very particular needs that cannot be addressed in a public school. Luckily for you, I've compiled some options that may offer the precise private pedagogy in which your prospective pupil can potentially partake. As a side note, this isn't in any particular order. I'm just highlighting a variety of schools that may be most interesting. So if you have any questions or would like to talk about a school that you found, raise your hands and send me an email, leave a comment, or give me a call because we're diving right into some of the top 10 best private school programs. Let's first start with the Walker School, a pre-K to 12 centrally located in Marietta, right off of Interstate 75 and named for the 7th year in a row the best private school in Cobb County. In Georgia itself, it is number 7 among the best private schools and ranked number 181 nationally. And no wonder, because they have a whopping 100% perfect graduation rate with roughly 1,000 students and an average student to teacher ratio of 7-to-1. In case you forgot, the student-teacher ratio nationally is about 17-to-1, so class sizes will never be an issue at this school. Now, if we were to talk about cost, as always, private programs can be quite expensive, and yearly tuition here can be about $29,210 per student, with financial aid averages being roughly $10,500. On top of that, the Marietta area is well known for being a lovely area to live in that can be a little bit on the pricier side and a little more unavailable due to being a more well-established neighborhood compared to up-and-comers like Suwanee and Lawrenceville. Makes sense if you consider that the school was founded in 1957. Nonetheless, if you're in the area and looking for a great program, you can't beat the Walker School. Applications are due by mid-February for the following fall semesters, so don't be late. Next on our list is the Paideia School, another pre-K to 12 in the Druid Hills neighborhood of Atlanta, established a little bit later in 1971. Its name comes from the ancient Greek concept of an ideal education and upbringing. This one is considered the best private school in all of Dekalb County, also with approximately 1,000 students and a student to teacher ratio of 7-to-1. As anyone familiar with the area will know, homes at Druid Hills can vary wildly from multi-million-dollar single-family residence to more humble condominiums, but the cost of living in the heart of Atlanta is still higher than usual. And this is reflected in the tuition rate of $30,102. Still, what you're getting for your money is a world-class education at the 6th best private school in all of Georgia that has a 100% graduation rate and a 100% rate of college acceptance post-graduation with top marks in safety and diversity. Over 94% of students responded that they felt safe at their school, which can be very important when living in Atlanta. If those things sound ideal to you, consider the Paideia School, which will have applications open until February 1st. Third on our list is the Atlanta International School, founded in 1984 as a school that focuses on the International Baccalaureate program to affirm a global vision in graduating students. This is a truly impressive ranked school, considered the 4th best private school in all of Georgia, the 3rd most diverse private school in Georgia, and the number 1 best high school for the arts, period, in all of Georgia, ranked 23rd nationally for the arts. Another pre-K to 12 program, they also receive a perfect 100% graduation score for the 1,325 students with what's now a standard 7-to-1 student-teacher ratio. It is currently located in Buckhead at the former site of North Fulton High School. And if you're not aware, Buckhead's living costs are not for the faint of heart, as median home sales in this area are nearly $850,000. Tuition costs are commensurately a little bit higher, ranging from $29,500 to $33,750, depending on grade level. But nevertheless, definitely worth it if you would prefer your child to receive a world-class education with a strong focus in the arts. Deadlines for AIS are August 31st for pre-K and January 31st for primary and secondary school programs. So the next one on this list is a bit of a challenge due to its history, but Atlanta is nothing if not a city of renewal. Pace Academy was founded in 1959 after Atlanta public schools were forced by federal courts to desegregate, serving as an all-white private school. While its origins may have its roots in a dark past, they also were among the first Atlanta private schools to integrate and now ranks as Georgia's third best private school with high marks in diversity. They also maintain a 7-to-1 student-teacher ratio for its 1,115 students and an extremely high participation rate in boys and girls athletics, ranked number 5 in all of Georgia for that alone. Located on the opposite side of Buckhead from AIS, cost of living is high and tuition's higher at $34,385 per year. It cannot be denied that Pace Academy boasts an impressive modern-day ranking as one of Atlanta's very best schools that will give your student a well-rounded, top-notch education, as well as an opportunity to participate in state championship winning sports. Apply soon because deadlines at Pace are February 1st. Finally, among the private schools unaffiliated with any religious organization, at the top of the totem pole is Fulton Science Academy, ranked the #1 best private high school in Georgia, located in Alpharetta, right across from North Point Mall. Despite being one of the youngest private schools on this list, having been established in 2002, this school boasts the absolute best STEM program in all of Georgia, ranked number 38 in the entire United States for the best college prep private high school. If your scholar is seeking a future in science or engineering, this is the school you want to send them to. But even if they don't, this academy scores the highest marks in student satisfaction and safety. They score an A+ rating in diversity for their 960 students. And it goes without saying that their graduation rates are 100% with a strong student-to-teacher ratio of 9-to-1. Tuition is actually quite low comparatively at $20,250 a year in a rather high cost of living area. Home cost here can be double the national average, but that means if you've already invested in living in Alpharetta, it may be a very viable option to consider sending your student to Fulton Science Academy. According to the latest gossip, FSAPS is expanding rapidly, soon to add a fine arts center, an auditorium, and even a film studio. So stay tuned if you're looking at private schools in the future. If you're thinking about applying now, deadlines for the next year are typically in mid-February. Now to switch gears a little bit, many private school programs are established to provide a more parochial education focused on encouraging a student's faith as well as academics. This next section, I like to cover the religious private schools around Atlanta, starting with the Greater Atlanta Christian School, located in Norcross. By now, you should get the idea that the schools on this list are all top of the class. And just because GAC is a Christian school does not mean that it had to make any educational sacrifices. With a 11-to-1 student-teacher ratio and an AP exam pass rate of over 90%, this school ranks at number 9 among all private schools in Georgia, which is especially noteworthy in a neighborhood that doesn't have a lot of academic competition. Norcross may be very affordable, but yearly tuition can range from an amazing $12,060 to $30,425. How, you might ask? GAC has available one of the few infant programs that can provide even your child with an education starting from 6 weeks of age, all the way through 12th grade. In fact, even I considered to send my son over there because of this program that they have. Even if you don't have the most religious household, many parents choose to send their children here to instill excellent morals along with offering some of the best academic opportunities in the area. As they have rolling admissions, you can apply as soon as you've made a decision. Next on the list, Georgia's only pre-K to 12 Marist Catholic International Baccalaureate School is Notre Dame Academy. For those in the know, the Society of Mary is a Catholic organization of Marists who live out their faith in the way that St. Mary would have, and Notre Dame Academy is such a school established in Duluth in 2005 and run by the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Atlanta. In 2017, Sophia Academy, a private school with a focus on students with learning disabilities, merged with Notre Dame Academy. With only around 320 students, a 10-to-1 student-teacher ratio, and a special focus on learning disabilities, as well as providing that coveted IB education, NDA is ranked the #1 Catholic school in Georgia and ranked number 10 overall among private schools. It has a fantastic location right between Johns Creek and Duluth for those in the northeast suburbs of Atlanta, and a very affordable tuition rate of roughly $10,710 to $19,990 per year. As they also have rolling admissions, apply when the time is right and consider visiting their open houses in early November. Our next school is the Lovett School, which has quite a unique history. Its original founder, Eva Edwards Lovett, officially began the school in 1926, emphasizing a holistic education with just 20 children, and by 1960, the school had grown to over 1,000 students with a move to its current day location in West Paces Ferry near Vinings. Today, the school has over 1,600 students, a student-teacher ratio of 8:1, and is considered the #2 best Christian school in all of Georgia. They originally had more of an Episcopalian heritage, but has since distanced itself from any one particular denomination and identifies itself as an all-inclusive Christian school that welcomes faith of any kind. Academics, of course, are excellent at the Lovett School, but the area is well known for having a tremendous housing cost, with the median home costing $1 million. And as such, they have the second highest tuition cost of any school on this list at $31,920 to $37,050 per year, with higher than average financial aid offering at an average of $23,034. If this doesn't scare you, then consider applying by February 1st. The last among our pre-K to 12 schools is the famous Westminster Schools, ranked #2 among all private schools in Georgia. Founded in 1951 as a Presbyterian boarding school, it was an early test site in the 50s for the College Board's AP program, and is today considered one of the most prestigious schools in all of Georgia. Located in Buckhead, they boast the highest tuition cost at $33,680 to $38,560 per year. With over 1,900 students, an amazing student-teacher ratio of 6:1, and well-respected extracurricular teams and activities, there's no wonder that this is considered the best Christian school in Georgia. It may not have as diverse a student body as other options on this list, however, and religious courses and daily devotionals can be expected here, but if you want the absolute best Christian education for your child, this school is it. Graduates are plugged into a wide and active alumni network that can serve them well from college and beyond. Application deadlines are a little bit early in the first week of January, so be sure not to miss your opportunity to enroll in this historic institution. Lastly, I like to highlight the Primrose Schools, which have over 500 national locations, serving students from 6 weeks of age through kindergarten. Although it seems like a national chain, the first Primrose School was actually started in Marietta in 1982 and is the first child care and early education company to receive accreditation. Parents who want the best possible opportunities for learning for their children from an early age could consider enrolling their child at a school such as one of the Primrose Schools to get a head start on their peers. And no matter where you are in Atlanta, you can generally find one just around the corner. Tuition costs vary based on location and student's age. They tend to hover around $300 to $400 per week. Whew, that was a whole lot to cram. It looks like we just went on a crash course. Maybe there's a school I missed that you're more interested in, or maybe you're considering buying a home in the area that I didn't mention. No matter what it is, my office is open, my hours are flexible, so please reach out with any questions, comments, ideas, so we can discuss what's best in class for you and your family and help you get settled in the home and school of your dreams. Congrats on making it through, and I hope to see you next semester. This is Tim Trevathan, signing off.